This is that once in a lifetime.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my backyard. Today we got something cool. It's this bike. It's my new bike. It's a pretty custom build. So yeah, I thought I'd sit down and take you through it. Right, so this is it. This is my new bike. This is what replaced the old Scott foil that I had about a month ago. So first things first, looking at the frame set, the core of the bike, that is a Cinelli Vigorelli disc frame. And I know you're looking at it thinking, those tubes are mighty small to be carbon fiber. And I would say, exactly. It's because this is not carbon fiber. This is actually a steel frame. Yeah, it's made with Columbus Theron tubing, which is a triple butted tubing. So, you know, it's a steel bike, but as far as steel goes, it's like pretty high tech. And really, you know, when I was looking for a new bike, I didn't set out wanting to get a steel bike. Basically what happened was, back in my youth, I was a bit of a fixie goon, and you know, I always had a sweet spot for Cinelli, and especially the Cinelli Vigorelli. That track bike was like my dream bike growing up. So yeah, when I went to their website looking for a frame and saw that they had a road version of the Vigorelli, it was disc brake and it's in this like sick electric blue. Well, yeah, I knew like right then and there that that was the bike for me. Like this was gonna be the frame that I got. Yeah, so moving on to the shifty bits. You know, given that the Vigorelli is kind of adapted to the road for a track bike, and a track bike, you know, has no cables, I knew that I wanted to keep the front end looking really clean. And, you know, short of going with some sort of like convoluted integrated handlebar situation, instead I just went with the SRAM Force Axis ETAP group set. And what's cool about that is it's wireless electronic shifting. So yeah, I mean, that, you know, just means that I've got these two cables for the brakes and nothing else up front, which I think, you know, does a good job of keeping the front looking really clean and dialed. And then the Garmin holding duties are left up to this K-Edge out front mount. I mean, what's there to say? K-Edge is a local company. They've been super supportive ever since I started riding bikes. And yeah, I mean, they also just make the best damn product on the market. Like, if you're looking for something to hold your Garmin, hold your Wahoo, like K-Edge is the way to go, whatever device you have. So to go along with the shifters, I'm sure you know, SRAM Force is a 12-speed. So up front, I've got a 48-35, which is connected to a 10-32 in the back. And I think that's more or less equivalent to like a 52-36 and like 11-30 on your regular cassettes, your regular 11 speeds. What's nice about the 12-speed though is really you can just like spin in whatever cadence you want. I mean, like 90 RPM, you got it. 85 RPM, you got it. 87 RPM, you get the idea. Any cadence. It's pretty cool. Where I deviated from the Force complete set was I wanted to get this Rotor M-Power crankset, just because I really like Rotor. I like the way the cranksets feel, the way they look. You know, they're all like these real sexy machined out crank arms. And I'm also kind of a sucker for the Q-rings. You know, I've been riding those since I started riding bikes, and yeah, I'm fully committed to them at this point. And even though this is kind of just like a winter training bike for the interim while I'm between race bikes, like, you know, just a little bit of a nerd, I really love looking at that data after rides, so I had to get that on there. For the connection points on the bike, the seat post stem bars, and you know, knowing that this whole build was going to be more trying to put together something that looks really nice and looks really cool, as opposed to being, you know, a sporty race machine. Yeah, I knew I would have to go with the Zip SL70 service course chromed out bits. So yeah, that's what I did, and I think, you know, it looks super sick. There's definitely a weight penalty that comes along with that, but I mean, just the way it matches up with like the chromed out decals, I wouldn't go any other way. For a saddle, I just have this Specialized Phenom saddle on there. I mean, it's by no means the lightest, best looking, or even probably the most comfortable saddle on the market. But at this point, you know, it's what I have on all my bikes, and I know it fits my butt real well. So, and then moving on to what might be the most important part to any bike build is the wheels. So with this, I knew that I was going to need to get some dope ass wheels to finish it off. And for that, I hit up my guy Josh over in Portland at Hi-Fi Sound Cycling Componentry, and I had him ship me out an LP rim and an EP rim. So that's 55 mils in the back and 33 mils up front. And yeah, they're super wide, they're very aero, tubeless compatible. Yeah, I mean, they're sweet. And to that, I had my mechanic friend Thomas order in some Industry 9 hubs to lace them to. And I think the combo of these rims and the i9 hubs just make for an awesome wheel set. I mean, the back wheel is super stiff, and those i9 hubs just make a great noise when you're freewheeling down a hill, which we will get to later. That's pretty much it. That's my Cinelli Vigorelli. And I mean, yeah, I'm super stoked on it. It pretty much came together exactly how I wanted it to. I like to say that it's a little bit of like a dream budget build. So everything on it, like I've said multiple times, I was real hyped on, but none of it is kind of like top of the line in terms of price. So, you know, I was able to put together a bike that rides amazing, looks amazing, but I didn't have to break my bank to do that, which is great since it is, you know, just kind of a winter bike build. Now, unfortunately, it is getting kind of late and I still got to get a ride in. So I think we're just gonna have to wait until next time to do the old ride review, and I can really give you kind of thoughts, opinions, ideas on how the bike as a whole rides. So yeah, make sure to tune in next time for that. And for now, I'm gonna go ride this thing. See you later. Call it good.
This is that once in a lifetime.
I promise you I did not forget the most important part of any bike check. Spin it out. Yeah. That's as good as it gets.
Nice.